Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Brad again, and thanks for coming to chill in the lounge. And for today's deck profile for you guys, I am bringing to you Shaddoll Invoked, which I think is a really good choice going into this format against decks like Eldritch and Emancipator. So if you haven't yet, then please subscribe to the channel and like this video if you like the deck profile, and stay tuned because we're going to get right into this. And then right before we get into the deck profile, I just wanted to give a big shout out to my buddy Evan. He created this two-player cloth playmat here for me that I got a little while back. On this side it has Alistar the Invoker, and we have the monster from Invocation. And then on the other side here, we have the Shaddoll Wendy and the little fish beast monster, whatever you would want to call him, at Cologne. So definitely a really nice quality mat, cloth mat. I would highly recommend them. $50 and really pretty, if I say so myself. So let's just center this up right here and let's get into that deck profile, guys. So first off, we play triple Alistar the Invoker. The main searcher of the deck, he gets your Invocation, and then he has the quick effect where you can send him to the graveyard to give one of your fusion monsters an extra 1,000 attack points until the end of the turn. One of your staples of the deck, you need to play 3. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. And then next, for our Shaddolls, we play triple Shaddoll Wendy. This is your main combo starter, I guess you can say. When this card's sent to the graveyard, you can special summon a Shaddoll monster from your deck in face down defense position, which is usually going to be your Aerial, and then from there you can proceed into your combo plays, and eventually I'm going to do a test hand video showing off the power of some of these cards. Next we have the triple Shaddoll Squamata. He's the main sender for the deck. You can send a monster, spell, or trap, any Shaddoll card from your deck to the graveyard when he's sent to the graveyard. And then he also has a flip effect where if he's flip face up, you can destroy target a monster your opponent controls and destroy him. That's not really an effect that's used as often, but if you really need to get out of like a tight situation, I guess you could do that. And then next we have the double Shaddoll Beast. Just extra draw power, I guess. You know, not really necessary for any combos or anything like that, but still, who doesn't like to draw? And then we have double Shaddoll Hedgehog. If this one is sent to the graveyard, you can add a Shaddoll monster from your deck to your hand. If he's flip face up, you can add a Shaddoll spell or trap from your deck to your hand. Again, not really necessary for any combos or anything like that, but still a good card if needed. And next we play double Shaddoll Dragon. Just spell and trap removal. If he's sent to the graveyard, you can target a spell or trap card your opponent controls and destroy it. And then he has a flip effect. If he's flip face up, you can target a monster your opponent controls and return it to the hand, which again isn't used as often, but if it comes up, if it's like, you know, necessary to get rid of like a problematic monster, then, you know, if it happens, it happens. And then for our last Shaddoll, we play the 1-0 Shaddoll Aerial, and this is part of your combo piece with Wendy. When this card is flip face up, you can target one of your banished Shaddoll monsters and special summon it on your side of the field, and usually you do that with your cross sheet plays and proceed to your combos from there. For our other kind of extenders, we have the double Performage Damage Juggler and the 1 Performage Trick Clown. Damage Juggler is just good damage prevention. He's really good against dinos right now too, because with UCT, the effect to inflict 1,000 damage to you, you can use his first effect to negate it and destroy him. And then Trick Clown is just a really good extender piece to continue with your combo plays as well. And then for our hand traps, we play triple Psy-Frame Gear Gamma and our 1 Psy-Frame Driver. This is usually a going second deck, and this deck definitely has the potential to OTK pretty easily. So if you can stop any prominent plays that your opponent has with Gamma, if you open them, then he's really good. And then last we have 2 Niburu. Just a good card to out your opponent's end board if it's not like, you know, crazy with negations or anything like that, you know, like how Emancipator is able to easily stop Niburu. Other than that, if by chance he's like a dead card in your hand, he's still a light material that you can use for your Shaddoll fusions, which is really good. And that's it for the monster count, and we can get into the spells and traps now. And first, we play the triple Shaddoll fusion. And this is a fusion-based deck. You need to fuse. You definitely want to see this card. Also, as well as the Shaddoll fusion. Usually, if you do end up going first, this is a card that you're going to want to use so you can try to get into your Winda, because you're, with Eldritch and Adamancipator, all the special summoning that's going on, you want to be able to get Winda on the board as quick as possible to keep your opponent from special summoning for the turn. And if they can't special summon, then they can't play. If they can't play, then you just OTK their face off. And then next, we have the triple magical Meltdown. Main field spell of the deck. It's used to get your Alistar the Invoker from your deck to your hand, and your opponent can't respond to any of your fusion summoning whenever you activate Shaddoll Fusion or Invocation or anything like that, as long as this is in your field zone. So it's a really, really good card. We play the triple Invocation. Some people opt to play this card at 2. I think it's really good at 3. It's a card that you definitely want to keep on recycling so you can keep on getting your Alistars back and continue with your fusions and your extra plays and all that. Really, really good card. And then the last spells of the deck, we have the 1 set rotation and 1 Mystic Mine. Sometimes you really get in tight situations where, as much as I hate to say it, the card is really crazy. People hate it, but you have to use it sometimes if you get in those really tight jams. So, and then for the last card of the deck is the Shaddoll Incarnation. Definitely not a card that you want to draw in your opening hand, but it's definitely a card that is amazing when you can send it with your Squamata or anything in your opening plays, and then continue from there to make a really, really nice end board. And that is it for the main deck. 40 cards in the main deck. And for the extra deck, we'll start off with the triple Shaddoll Construct. One of the main fusions of the deck sends any Shaddoll card from your deck to the graveyard, and if it battles a special summon monster, it destroys it with its effect before any damage calculation or anything like that. So it's really good for dealing with any problematic monsters that you possibly can't beat over, like, I don't know, like Ultimate Conductor or something like that. We have the double Shaddoll Winda. Definitely a card you want to try to shotgun for on your opponent's turn to bring him out to keep your opponent from playing. The 1 Shaddoll App Cologne. Pretty good card. I've been testing him recently. He's a good, can't be destroyed by battle, and he's a good negator as well. If you special summon, you can negate any face-up card on the field. And we play the 1 Invoked Makaba, 1 Invoked Purgatrio, 1 Invoked Raijin, 1 Invoked Magelanika. And I've been testing this card a little bit too. This is more or less just a beat stick. I've thought of taking this out and adding in another Makaba, but for the time being, I'm just testing it, and it's okay, but something I would consider taking out. Also, as well as this, Invoked Augo-80s. Not a bad card. If I was to take out anything, I would definitely take out the Magelanika first before I take out the Augo-80s. But it's not a bad card at all. And then we have the 1 Salamangre Almirage, 1 Cross Sheep to continue with your plays to proceed to OTK and whatnot, 1 Nightmare Cerberus. This is more or less for the Niburu token, if by chance you give your opponent too beefy of a token that you can't get over or anything like that. And the 1 Boral Sword Dragon. And this is just more or less for your OTK plays. You could opt to play Access Code, but with really, only an Earth and a Fire as far as links and being able to pop, it's nothing really great, so Boral Sword's definitely the option that I would recommend. So that is it for the deck profile, guys. If you like the deck profile, then definitely be sure to like and definitely subscribe, and I'm going to have a test hand video up soon featuring the deck profile and what kind of boards this deck can put up. So I appreciate your guys' time, and I hope to see you again for some future videos. Alright, take care guys. Peace.